What's one of the most misunderstood types of dreams you've encountered, and how do you guide most people to see their true meaning?
Good question. So, I would say most dreams are misunderstood. That's what I would say. Most dreams. And the reason why is because of symbolism. So they just take it as raw footage, and they think this means that, but it doesn't. Like there was a dream where these people were kissing. Does that mean that they're going to be kissing? No, it means that they're engaging in intimate conversation. So almost every dream is different. So it's not like they all mean the same thing. It doesn't. But then another dream that if they're kissing, it means that they have or will. So it just depends on the setting. But dealing with symbolism, it's a process of learning. Here's one. This fella asked me, he said, "You interpret dreams?" I said, "Yeah, I try." And he said, "I had a dream." He said, this was at a church. He said, "I was in a field with my friend." He said, "We were standing in this field and it was like dusk." He said, "And this spaceship came down and landed, and he got on the spaceship and the spaceship flew away." He said, "And I remained there in the field. And a little while later, a spaceship came again. And I saw on the spaceship that let down a ladder." I think he said it let down a ladder, and there was a door, and on the door was lights that was in the shape of a cross. And I went and I got on it." I said, that is a good dream. I said, "Do you know what it means?" He said, "No." I said, "You want to know what I get?" He said, "Sure." I said, "You saw your friend give his life to Jesus, and it changed his life, and the experience was foreign to you, was alien to you, but you stood in that same field of life, that same area of growth. A field is where things grow, that area of growth, and that you stood there, and when it came time for you to have that same experience, you saw the cross, how it was inviting, and you went to it, and you got out of it, you got on it, and it was out of this world." And he said, "That's exactly what happened." He said, "I remember my friend when he gave his life to Christ, and then I did. But he gave his life to Christ first. He didn't know what it meant. So symbolism is like, are there aliens? Or it's alien to you, and it's out of this world to you. But that's what it's typifying. That's what it's conveying. So how do I guide people into understanding their dream or interpreting their dream? So it would be the overall setting of the dream. The overall setting, not just one detail. There's subject matter in a dream. There's the message of the dream, the dominant message, and maybe a subdominant message. So looking at a dream would look at the whole thing. That's why you try to make it concise. It's like sometimes people go on with dreams and they want to give you every detail because they think every detail matters, and it doesn't really change anything. What's the whole concept of the dream? What's the dream saying? If you had a minute to tell me the dream, what would it be? Well, I went to the field and I saw these spaceships, and exactly what the guy told me. Exactly. Just nice and concise. This is what happened. He didn't have to tell me about what's going on in his life or anything. But because that messes a lot of people up. They think, well, what is going on? Is there really aliens out there? That's not what somebody's saying. So it's a misconception. So to iron that out, like, what's the whole thing? What's the whole dream? Who's the dream for? So that's the litmus test of who the dream is for is a big deal. Sometimes it's for the dreamer. Sometimes it's not for the dreamer. Sometimes it's about the dreamer. Sometimes it's not about the dreamer. It's for the dreamer to be involved, and sometimes it's not even for him to be involved physically, but spiritually, like he is to pray for them. He sees their hurt, and he can't do anything about it, but he can pray. Prayer is a powerful tool, very powerful. It's like Jesus talked about it a lot. Prayer is powerful, gets things done.